I'm back again today, continue to build the Monkey Kid Megapolis City. So yesterday we got pretty much this side done and only the top remaining. So we finished back 23 yesterday and we've got 5 more bags to go. So I'm confident that we can indeed finish this build today. So without further ado, let's get started. So I've got everything set up except getting the next bag out, which is bag 23. Oh, also these bigger pieces as well. Not back 20, but back 24. So right here, just need to move this to this side so I can have more space building. I wonder if it's better just to move to this side so the tree doesn't block my face. Anyway, so it's already past 10:30 already, so I need to make the best of my time to continue finish building this because tomorrow again, still a work day, right? If I stay too late, then I wouldn't have the energy to focus on work tomorrow. So it's very important that I get enough sleep. So here we are. We've got another minifigure here. I think it's Mr. Tang. We'll find out once we open up the instruction booklet. So yesterday, I was really surprised about the gacha machine and really impressed with it. And hopefully today we get something like that as well. So Mr. Tang is a new variant. Well, only torso. The head is from last year, and then there's no leg printing, but the torso looks really good. Even outside the Monkey Kid, this torso will be quite useful. And of course, he has his scarf, which is the red color one, and then his hairpiece. I've got a few variants of Mr. Tang, and I quite like this minifigure. And then his accessory is, well, it's like a pen, but it's not called a pen. I don't know the English word for it. you know, I think even for um, native speakers, sometimes there's some unique, specific vocabulary. People will need to go and either Google or just pick out the dictionary and find the word for um, individual things. So pretty much it's for him to write something on whatever, whether it's canvas, whether it's paper, whatever Mr. Tan likes, and then we start building the next one. Yeah, pretty much we can start building the building on top of what we have just built earlier. And I've been building in the kitchen, well, not kitchen, the dining room, on a dining table for past month. Actually, it's much more comfortable than crouch down on the floor and start building on the floor. Small set is fine, but big set like this, if you continue to sit on the floor to build, 2 3 hours, well, maybe 20 years ago it's fine, but nowadays the knees, the back hurt so much. Now it's way better. And I think you might ask, hey, the background is black, it's boring. Well, not every single Lego collector will have a proper Lego room and proper shelf and having all the Lego sets in the background. I mean, it's eye catchy, and if you make something short, right? People will see, yeah, this guy has lots of Legos, and this guy is genuine. But well, not everyone need to do or follow what everyone else is doing, right? Because having a dedicated room, well, I do have my little office, but it's mostly storage right now unless I figured out how to organize it. But having a dedicated area, having a studio, and having all the Lego set kind of displays nicely in the background is a luxury. So not everyone will who can afford or not have the time and space to do that. I do have lots of Lego set display in my room, um, but it's not like well organized or having a really clean shelf like that. But yeah, but you don't have to force yourself to have such display because it's something you enjoy, right? You just figure out what whatever the best way that suits you to display your stuff. Um, and if you want to do a vlog or if you want to do a video or documenting things that you do with Lego or sharing your hobby and passion with other people, you don't have to follow a specific format. Yeah, following what other bigger channel do might get you like I guess more people to hook onto your contents a bit more, but not necessary. It really depends. If you want to grow fast, and of course, following things be great. But if you just want to have an opportunity to share what your own opinion or things you love, right? You don't really need a specific format. You just pick whatever that suits you. Pick whatever that allows you to enjoy hobbies and whatever that you want to share. That's the most important thing. And of course, I'm not you still put some effort in because if your content is too low effort, then it, for example, if the audio is really bad, then no matter how hard you try to convey um, the stuff that you want to convey, it's still not going to work. That's why it's still important to put some effort into it, but you don't have to be like fancy TV show like editing or such. Of course, you don't really need Dolby 51, Dolby 5.1 surround sound, something like that, right? um, well, depending on what you try to theme. Anyway, um, back to what we're building. I think one of the building on top is actually um, the restaurant Pixie. Pixie has various restaurant. Like if you have bought various Monkey Kid set, he has his food truck, he has his noodle shop, he has the different restaurant, and I think this one is a roast duck um, restaurant. Will be interesting to see what how authentic it is. There's some of the shops is pretty awesome, to be honest. It's small. It's not like full of details like the module buildings, not even the Chinese New Year set, but it has its own unique taste. And then we've got a few more stickers. Fortunately, my eyes not as tired. Well, even though I just started building, so of course I won't be that tired, but maybe halfway through the build I might end up um, getting tired and try run my eyes. So this one is also pretty hard to line. Really challenge with clear stickers on clear piece. It's always the hardest. I don't even see where I should stick the corner. Uh, no. So the sticker is actually a signing event, I believe. Mr. Tank is a composer or a writer, and that he's gonna release some books. And yeah, he's a signing event from the monitor, and I think the sticker's all right. And yeah, what's next? Okay, this is an interesting way to to create something. Never seen this before, but it's actually pretty cool. So it's actually a book holder. This is really nice way to create something. And unfortunately, the pages inside the book is a sticker. So these are the things that you really wish is printed. Um, I mean, they did um, print books and pages inside in early set with the actual book of Journey to the West. That was pretty awesome. I actually bought a few extra from Brick and Pieces, and now the Pick a Brick service back then. So I do have a few copies of the printed Journey to the West book. Most of the time, unless you are getting the accessory from the Lego collectible minifigures, the accessory often with stickers, but in rare case you do get books like this with printed decoration. Those are pretty cool. I think um, the Disney Castle also has the Disney book uh, cover printed. That's also pretty nice. Basically, this book is Monkey Kid. I think it's just another story, so it's probably like some short story of Monkey Kid. Uh, but because this is just a holder, so it doesn't have anything to secure the book. So when you transport the set, just take extra care so the books doesn't uh, fall off or anything. But okay, and that's it. And then we move on to another base. I wonder what this is. So far I don't know um, much. I think intentional that I try to approach a set without looking at too many pictures. It's more like, hey, overall, and then look at whether it has the minifigures that really caught my eyes and how the build looks, but not get into every single details or description, so that when I start building it, I don't, get spoiled on some of the nice surprise. Sometimes even you look at the information on Lego or watching some other reviews, you don't necessarily get the same details that. I mean, if you watch some other people reviews, they probably like over all the details, but because individually everyone have different opinion, especially if something very cultural oriented, like the reviewer may not have the same background knowledge, so they might have some more insight. So, for example, give an example, like for me, right, brings with East Asian culture just because I grew up in that culture, so there are things that I appreciate a lot more. Another example is I'm not I love cars, but I'm not into mechanicals. Learning how mechanic works. Not that I don't like it. It's just not wanting to know all the bits and pieces, and that's also drive me to not buying a lot of Technic set. I do have one big Technic set, which is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the orange one. That one looks really nice. When it's released, I kind of not sure should I buy or not, right? But after watching some review that people review like how the double clutch gearbox works, right? Then that just sold on me. Like if I haven't watched someone else review, I wouldn't buy that set probably. Uh, you know that's one thing. It's not like spoiler. Um, so that is there's two different variation, right? It's something that you knew a lot, like you anticipate a lot, and you tends to try to avoid the spoilers. But it's something that is completely new to you, or you usually not into it. So even like those details kind of important that you know because they kind of sell you the idea. Hey, that's something really cool that you have to experience to actually get the most out of it. So yeah, the two types of enjoyment, right? So um, yeah, that's why some people might say, hey, there's no point of doing a review or no point of looking at review. There's still point. You might see something that would convince you to challenge something new. Um, and how do I do this? I just okay, yep. this is how they create uh, well, not often, but grill the the traditional roast to roast some ducks, I believe so. Let's see if I'm true or not, because well, of course, if you look at the size of the chicken or duck, right, it's not going to fit, right? So if you want to make it working one, um, then there's some additional effort that you need to put in. But having said that, um, you know, just go back to the Chinese New Year set family, the Chinese restaurant one, the family reunion celebration. Though, so it's like half of set, so the other half of the kitchen has not. Well, it's not in set. So if you want to complete a fully functioning Chinese restaurant, then you need to expand the kitchen and even the food they are serving, a roaster like this is essential. So this gives you a good idea on how you can create something similar, but this is probably not the right scale. This a little bit smaller, but um, yeah, I don't know if Lego have any pieces that would give you the right scale. So this is a good alternative. If what I said, what I assume is true, that this is indeed the Pixie Roaster restaurant. Because like there's some other pieces that would be too big, um, but in that particular kitchen, the cutting board is also very very big. So that's okay having something bigger. And I know like we're building the Monkey Kid set, but just having this thought about that, the other set is that when you expand the Chinese restaurant, there are actually quite lots of space, so you might able to feed a quite big roaster to be able to feed the chicken in. So that's something you can consider if you're interested. For me, right now, I don't have the spare budget to buy another extra one, so right now I just thought in my head. Hopefully, later this year, the set still available and go into clearance, and I have saved enough, or I'm able to offload some of my um, double up sets in my backlog. Then, then I may seriously consider having, making that dream, well, not dream, that idea come true. Now we need to apply a few stickers on the wall. This is number one. Yeah, pretty much. I think this is indeed the kitchen because one of the stickers that we're going to apply is a portrait of Pixie getting number one in his cooking. So that is actually the roaster, and it's really good. Like when I built that Chinese series set, I was thinking, how I can build that thing if I really want to expand that kitchen, right? So now it gives me an idea, and then now I need to apply the sticker on the outside, which is some music freestyle mix. I wonder, is it from the DJ that or the record store that we built yesterday? Not we built. I think I should use I rather than we, right? Because people watching this video have not built this set. It's all me. Then why would I use we instead of I? So these are the arts of communicating, and also language skills. Using the right word is actually very important. Um, is that's the word that you use, the tone that you communicate. That's all the key thing to capture the audience. Am I good at it? I'm not able to comment on on myself. Um, if you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment in the comments and say, hey, what I should stop doing, what I should continue. Now, I would consider the feedback whether I do it or not. That's another question. Because while I heavily take any feedback, I also have my own belief on certain things, like not just because people tell me, hey, you should do this, and then I'll go do it. Because you still have your own experience. Feedback are good because it tells you what area that you can improve, but not necessarily like, hey, whatever people say, you just follow it because you know you might end up losing your own identity, which is also important. And this is really authentic creation. The only thing is like, hey, I wish Lego create a new piece with the right size, because you never get to see a chicken or duck, roast duck, this big. This is more like turkey, and it's huge. And you're not going to see roast turkey in a Chinese restaurant. Um, so if Lego come across this video, take note, make a new roast chicken piece or roast duck piece. So future set, whether the stream continue or whether the Chinese New Year set or whether a a Lego City set that depict a Chinese restaurant. So we get to have a proper scale rather than extra large uh, roast chicken or roast duck, because this is really big, exceptionally big. Um, I mean, it's gonna be good though. Well, whether it tastes good or not, I don't know, because I have never seen a roast duck or roast chicken such big size. Um, but if you just consider the size, depending on the price, it's actually a really good bargain, right? If it's not too overpriced. But really loving the whole roast restaurant thing. The only thing missing is, if they have another build, like, because the chicken is so big, so it kind of takes out, most of the window. Um, Usually, because you don't just get the chicken, you've got, some crispy pork belly hanging, and also char siu. So, uh, those are the things missing. um, I guess it's all to do with the size. I think if they make a proper, just the restaurant, just the roast restaurant, the designer will definitely fit in the crispy pork and char siu. And if in the future there's set like this, please don't use stickers for the char siu or the crispy pork, because it's so important. At least for me, that it would be way better to have a printed piece, because it's not just one time use. You have a lot of utilization across many other settings. So that's why I think there's a case to make a printed piece like this. I mean, they made a lots of printed food in the original Chinese New Year set, so why not, right? But really liking this. And I do have an idea as well. It's like, of course I'll do an in-depth review on this set, but at the same time, the in-depth review for this is probably going to be like 20-30 minutes long, just because there are lots of things to talk about. So maybe I could, make a short or IG reels for each of the building in this set, each of the component in this set, um, and maybe just thinking, um, because that would be an extra effort. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna film the review and then just cut it out to be short, because if I want to make a short video on the individual building, I want to make it, really focus on um, the individual shots, rather than, hey, just, I mean, in the full review we'll do, but like the frame angle will be different, right? Because if I want to do shot, I wouldn't just use the camera to hold on focus and just talk about it. Because if I want to do a short video on it, I probably will hold this and try to get the audience attention, right? And rather than going ad hoc and talking, well, there's still going to be no script, right? But the wording, because it's short video, um, you want to keep the sentence short and concise. It's like if you want the two sentence to that actually sounds, you don't have to rhyme, but you have to be quite fluent and fluid. It's like, hey, look, this is, we can say, hey, I'm building this, monkey key set right now. And one of the shop is this Chinese food shop. And it has a roast chicken, or I think this is the roast duck. Um, and going like this, the camera can pan in and you can hold this, and just talk about the star of that particular component. I think that's a good idea. I don't think I can start tonight just because it's already quite late and I want to finish the build, right? And I only managed, even though it's a really small section, I only managed to finish this spec. Now I thought, I have finished this maybe 5-7 minutes earlier. So, I don't want to take an hour to build 5 specs because these are not huge. These are quite small. I will leave the loose pieces on this side today because the main build is here. I don't have the space to push that out. And it tells me to, and somehow the book already fell off the holders. So I have to hold it like this. And it's next to the shop is a signing event. So Mr. Tan will be here signing the books that people bought. And the next one is back 25, and we have Pixie. And yeah, the remaining bags are really small, so I don't anticipate to take too long. I will try to finish it today because it's not like, hey, I'm racing, but it's just that I just got the retro food truck gift with purchase, and at the same time I also got the friends and mentions to do, right. I don't want to wait for too long because I do want to do that as soon as possible. But given that set is like similar size, so I think if I start building friends mention, it will be another 6-7 days of video, depending on whether I can spend more time on certain night. So if you see 2 hours video popping up, then likely that I would have, or I would able to reduce the number of days of building by 2 days. But if you see still like 50 to an hour video, then it's probably gonna take 6-7 days to finish building the set. So this is a new variant, not the head, but in terms of the torso, it's a new variant of the Pixie character. It's a really cool character. I love the fact that one of the reasons I love Monkey Kid, it's not just Journey to the West, is that really you're not going to see this mode in other things. It's just creating a new mode, and Monkey Kid is not widely available if you're outside East Asia. Because I can understand why, because it's not going to appeal to everyone, but I really want other people to get exposed to this culture. So unless it's a really bad set, right, I would always recommend this stream to the rest of the world, because it is a really cool set. Like if you watch this series of building video, if you've been watching my reviews on the Chinese New Year set or the Monkey Kid set, you probably will hear some specific or some background on certain things that you might not get in other channels. And this is just a sticker for the combo menu. but and I didn't apply it really well, but it didn't went off the edges, so I think that's okay. But yeah, you know, there's some other channel making really good video in terms of video quality, well, the quality of the image, or going through a lot of, like, because I'm not a master builder, so I comment on the building experience, but I wouldn't have the same insight as, let's say, you know, someone been designing Lego set, or someone been making really cool like own creation and talk about building techniques and stuff, right? So I might not have the same insight compared to those people. But if it comes into this type of set, then you get some info that you might not get elsewhere, because lots of people um, that making videos that with the same insight, let's say from the same cultural background, usually they are making the contents in their own language, and they not necessarily have English subtitles. So, you know, that's one reason I would recommend you watch some of the my videos, my other videos from my channel. Some, you know, it's always good to have some self promotion. It's not like, hey, you're kind of pushing it really hard, but at the same time, um, you know, if you do believe that you did something well, it's not anything bad to let people know, right? Because it's like at work, if you have a performance review, um, it's so important that you're not like, the very important thing that you actually have the facts, and you actually um, sound convincing and something to back you up, that you actually did the good work, right? Then you should not saying, hey, you the greatest of all, right? But it's quite important that you kind of make people aware the good work that you did, so when it comes to the rewards from performance review, you have a strong case for it. Because no matter how much hard work you put in, how well you have delivered a result, if people are not aware that the effort that you put into it, and how you actually directly contributes to those things, or the achievement, then there might be a communication breakdown, or a slightly misinterpretation, so you're not able to maximize the opportunity that you have to get more things. So just very important. So it's so important that, hey, if you've done something good and you think the work that you've done is good, you don't want to exaggerate it, but being genuine and just tell whoever the receiver, hey, look, these are the good work that I've done, and here it is, and go have a look, or, you know, just make people aware. Otherwise, you know, you might make a really good thing, uh, but it just sits there, and you know, not getting the proper attention to it, um, which is sad, right? For example, sometimes there's some movies being made and it's very well made, but nobody promoting it. So it's like the people who knows, but the majority of people didn't know, hey, there's such gem hidden. Um, so that is quite important to tell people that the good thing that you've done. Anyway, I think I need a sip of water. And we still got 3 bags to go, but hopefully those doesn't take too long. Because I'm building a little bit slower today, maybe because I have a lot more to talk about compared to yesterday. Yesterday wasn't a good day. You can I actually you can actually see which video has better conversation, because if you see the views count on the video, then you can see, hey, how, like, you know, throughout the 6 days building this. Um, there's some video with um, high view counts compared to some just never really take off. Um, that's probably because one day the energy is different, or the topic um, being discussed is not as interesting. But talking about that, did I press the record button? If I haven't, then this will be disaster. Um, you know what? I'll just double check that it's actually recording. Because if it's not recording, then it's a big problem. Yep, it's recording. Everything's okay. Mic okay. No storage problem. So everything is okay. So I can continue to do this. Because yeah, so many mistakes can happen. So many things could go wrong. Um, that's so important that it doesn't go wrong, because I still feel quite upset on one of the earlier well, not my earlier video, but last month there's one video which I have the most genuine reaction to something that I really surprised when building it, and that reaction wasn't captured, and it's actually yeah, I feel really sad about it. It's like because even if I redo it, I will not get the same genuine reaction, because I already got the surprise. I knew what happened, right? So it will be clearly fake reaction if I try to redo it. Um, People can tell. You'll be surprised how easy people can tell what are fake, what are genuine. And we got the sticker, and for the Pixies roast duck restaurant. What else are we gonna build onto it? There's lots of small pieces. I couldn't figure out what actually we're building. So this is the ventilation, of course, for the range. Well, part connected to the range hood. Of course, you need this one. You're making roast indoor. Like if you not having the right ventilation, it's gonna be so smoky, and in some case, you might die from some of the gas that are poisonous, and you know some of the thing is carbon monoxide that can kill you without you notice. You just feel tired, sleepy, and boom, gone. Well, those are things that you kind of learn from some other places, right? But is it really true? I don't want to test that out. Don't ask me to test that out. I really treasure my life. I don't want to just end this, because there's often a fear about what's after. Um, of course, depending on what your religion is. Do I have a religion? Not necessarily, but I do wonder, what's after this life, right? And unfortunately, there's a color difference, even though it's supposed to be the same color. I don't think this can be avoided. Uh, it's been like this throughout, um, since Lego start. Well, since I start coming back to Lego, I think even in the past, the childhood sets, they still have similar problem. So it's not really about you know quality of the product, but it's just what, something wrong? Did I miss one step? No, I don't think so though. Then what's wrong? What? This can't be right. Something must be missing though. What? What? Anyway, I think I got something wrong, but I don't know what did I got wrong. Because you're supposed to build that iconic Lego duck. Ah, it's because this piece that I used. Stupid me. I supposed to use the bigger piece, but I picked the smaller one. I was like, no way, like everything's not aligned. It can't be real. It's because I make a mistake. It happens all the time. But anyway, let's just forget all the chat about religion and what's come after life and stuff, right? That's not interesting. Well, at least for today, I'm not into the mood of talking any further about that. Let's just focus on getting the build finished. And yeah, so this is the duck, and okay, that's why they have this piece attached to it first, because there's no other stud, so you can't attach it. You have to do it like this. And there's a stickers, which is what's this? It's a battle between two minifigure, two person. I don't get the reference on this. Maybe some other review might able to tell you more about it, but I really don't know the reference on this. I do know this is the Lego duck, but I don't know what is the reference of that sticker. Anyway, there's some interesting way to build a pattern. Is it this type of duck they roast? I feel like maybe. Let me get this aligned. Damn it! Should have get this out. Get it aligned first before I put it in. Sorry, just OCD just kicks in. Okay, and then that kind of sit here. Unfortunately, the color is representing that Lego, but they don't really have the wheel and things to pull, because that's not what they're trying to build. They're trying to build a sign of a shop, right? There's no point for you able to pull the duck around. Now we're building the head of the duck. It's really cool. Like you have such cute duck as your sign, but you're actually roasting them for food. Quite hypocritical. That's what humans do. You think that it's cute, but when they taste good, you don't really care, because you don't really see the moment, the cruel moment of how the animal turns into food, right? But I think I should skip this topic, otherwise the YouTube AI might flag my contents, and I might be in trouble. I don't want to be cancelled. It wasn't my intention to have offensive topics. Anyway, another okay, so this is the heart shape. They use it as the eye, so it's pretty cool. They didn't repeat the same eyes for the duck as the three other characters from the game center yesterday. So this is a pretty nice touch. It's cool. This is really cool. Really like it. So far the shop has its uniqueness, and I really love it so far. And then the head just attach to this. So I go a little bit, no, okay, it's like this. Definitely not this. Yep, here. So because it's a bit stick out, so just be careful when you're moving it. Because I mean, it wouldn't fall apart, but because it's only one stud, so if you know heat it like this accidentally, then the heads might pops off, which is very disturbing. Very disturbing. And then we kind of build the top. I wonder what's on top. I think that's just a more jarring. Um, there's no way this is a well, right? The other thing I quite like is that because this set is purely a city scene, so you don't get any like weapons or stat shooters like that. Because I'm not really into like playing with Lego as a battle. Um, I don't like conflicts. I don't like you know battle. I mean, I like playing Street Fighter, but that's different, right? um, but even though I say I like, I, I maybe I should say when I was at certain age, I really enjoy fighting games. Even though I was still interested to play a game or two, but I'm never good at games like Street Fighters because I never can get those super combo out easily. And it hurts the finger, just like building too much Lego. It hurts your fingers. But often see people playing in the arcade and they're so good. The worst thing with playing games in the arcade or type of games, fighting games like that, is like you just want to finish. You pick your favorite character. You want to see the end, and then you're having a good run, and you nearly get to the final boss, and then someone else just pop in and insert another coin and say, "Here's come a new challenge," and they're so freaking good, and then they just finish you in in a quick moment. This is that is just demoralizing because you have no intention to play against other people. All you want to do is to maximize your credit and able to get to the end. But yeah, like you don't have this with like well. I think you get different problem. So if you have a household with you know other Lego friends, during the good times, it's like hey, yeah, let's just share the bill and build together, right? But you know, not everyone can afford multiple copies of the same set, and then it's like, yeah, I want to build this, and or you build half and you really look forward to certain part of the build, but you haven't get to it yet, and by the time you come back to the build, the other person has already finished building the part that you want to build, right? And that's sometimes it's quite frustrating, and it's so hard to get this stick. Anyway, now I managed to get it done because I don't want to like apply too much force because this is not like you know I mean, it wouldn't break easy, but also it doesn't feel strong enough that I have to worry if I apply too much pressure, it just snap and you don't get spare of big pieces like this, and I have to reach out to Lego to get the replacement. Then it will be like at least for people living in New Zealand like me, on a good days, you probably get your um parts maybe 10 days after they send out, and that is after they send out. Usually you have some long wait time before they actually decide to go send the stuff out for you. um, so that's always the downside of it. So if I slap a piece, I don't have replacement, and then I have to wait a long time before I'll get the parts and even finish the build, which is the worst ever thing that happened, especially if I wanting to finish the build today. And did I get it right? I think so. So this is like the TV receiving tower, and we've got this foil, very cool foil piece. So throughout the Monkey Kid theme, they don't just use stickers. They have this plastic foil sheets for some unique design like clouds and things. Um, and in the past, you don't the get to buy extra from brick and pieces unless you call Lego directly. Nowadays, they tend to be available as well. So it's pretty cool if you want to get extra, but just be aware this doesn't come cheap. If you want to buy parts like this, you have a price to pay, and the price can be high. Well, not like high as buying one big set, but you know, you will be surprised on what a sheet of plastic like this costs you, let's say, $15 million or something like that. From time to time, that happens. But with anyway, so I need to have this down here, get something locked inside. Just be careful because he is quite thin, so you don't want to damage that foil sheet there. It's not that easy to apply. I think we're okay now. Just not too hard, so you can still adjust the angle a little bit. And what's next? So which one? So okay. So I need to turn this side. This is a pretty cool design, to be honest. Like having the cloud kind of, spin around this tower, but just need to make sure that it find the right grooves. And is it here, or I think it's more like this? Yep, more like this. It's really hard to get exactly the way it looks as per the packaging or the instruction booklet, because this part is kind of soft. It's not like you can control how it twists itself. But okay, so this is the satellite dish, and I think it goes into here like this. Yep. It's actually looking pretty cool, to be honest. This is looking really nice. It's surprising how well it looks. Okay, I think that would do. And of course, to add more height to it. Even more. So this is not the end of it. Even more on top. Where's the piece I'm looking for? Yep, just right here. And I wonder what's the time now. Okay, I think just a little bit more before we finish the build. So of course the light for any airplane, so they can see they don't crash into it. And then we've got further satellite dish. And okay. Just let me get the angle right. This right here. Okay. And then we put this on top. This is really cool. I think the next one is the Ferris wheel. And we'll just on this side of the build. And I think it start to get to a point where the camera frame not able to capture the whole thing, because this is pretty tall. So the build itself, to be honest, it's not that big. Like I think the Lantern City looks a little bit more bulky. This one is kind of thin, but it's really tall. But anyway, we finished building this. Is what? There's one more extra piece. Is it the duck I missed on the other side? Yes. So again, notice something not after finish building this. And what's the time now? The time is 11:30 already. So I need to speed up. Just need to speed up a little bit, because otherwise I will have just one or two back remaining. So 26, 27, 28, 26. 28 is very small, and then 26 as well. So again, we can finish this in 5 minutes, which means might have to do this through midnight, which is not ideal. I should have stopped here right now, but I don't want to, because otherwise I won't get to the review until like Thursday, which I really don't want, because personally I really want to get the review done yet tomorrow. Um, not necessarily that I will upload the review tomorrow, but at least get the filming done, so I get one day just to do the editing. So like, took me an hour to build two bags. Surprise, surprise. So this is the evil Monkey King. What's the name? Evil Mackay, I think. If I didn't pronounce the word incorrectly, and he's doing some work to put all the poster around. That's pretty cool, to be honest. I got it wrong. Got it wrong. And yeah, it's actually pretty long. Okay. Actually, it's the wrong side. Should be like this. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty long row. Well, of course, he has to get some height, right? And some of the posts are really big. And who else do we have in terms of minifigure? Maybe that's the end. Let me just put him here. It looks really busy right now because all the minifigures are here. And then we need to have the biggest plate. I think we're building the Ferris wheel, or at least the base for the Ferris wheel. It's a really small Ferris wheel. To be honest, do we need the Ferris wheel? Maybe I would much more happy if there's a roller coaster around, but having a roller coaster will make this set a lot more expensive than a Ferris wheel. But to be honest, I'd rather have another shop that would represent or the culture more, or kind of like reference some other story points in the journey to the west. That would be much more ideal than a Ferris wheel, because you can't have too big, so it's going to be small. Because if you have a too big, then ooh, fell off quite easily. And yeah, I think we're making faster progress in this particular bag. Probably I'm determined to finish doing this today, but also, the less stuff in this bag. I think the next one is bigger because there's some bigger pieces. This is just the place where people line up or get on to the Ferris wheel. Uh-huh. Yep, exactly. What is the other part? Sometimes I feel like, hey, I should grab the gray color one, but it's actually the white color, and then get myself all confused. And where's the other piece that I need? Oh, it's right here, because it was upside down and I couldn't see it. And trying to go really fast, and you know what happened when I go really fast building Lego is that I'm gonna make mistakes or hurt my fingers. That's very common, at least recently. And then once I saw the time, it's already past 11:30, and suddenly I feel really tired. And now we're just building some good parts. or some texture on the floor. But yeah, I'm still kind of really like this part. Um, Originally, I thought, hey, I should take a short video today, but nah, probably not today. After filming this, I will just go and start sleeping. Okay, and we've got a cone here, the safety cone. I think it will be very useful if you want to create some football training scenes of people training on football, dribbling especially. Dribbling in football is not easy. I mean, it requires practice, of course, but the other thing is sometimes you need to be aware of your surrounding, like and able to see where your teammates are, so you don't just keep your head down and dribble, because you're gonna fail no matter how good your control are. Because playing football is not just about control; it's also about you know teamwork and things, and also like there will be people stronger and bigger than you, no matter how good your control are. Like if you didn't think about the path that you want to move for, think about how people come in, then you're not able to shoot the ball correctly, then people can just push you over. It's not a foul, pushing is not necessarily a foul, but that's just what it is. And how come it's so hard to put this down? And yeah, we're nearly there, I think. Just two more left, and what I'm looking for another piece missing. Where is it? Is it inside? No, damn it. This can't be. Oh, I got it wrong because it's just one of them. Damn it. See, making mistakes, right? Uh-huh. And then what's next? Interesting. We've got case. What are we building here? Is it what I'm thinking? Yes, it it is. Oh, this is actually a claw machine. This is pretty cool. It would be even nicer if it's a standalone one. Now I'm really keen to buy the parts to actually make a standalone one. Okay, are they going to put something in there? Okay, they're gonna put the helmet, and one of the thing is the green spaceman helmet. Is it gonna fit? It is. This is so cool. I really like this build, like the gacha machine, um, this claw machine, or in Japan they call the UFO catcher. This is really cool. I mean, it's not a working one, but the detail itself kind of balances out. Absolutely love this. This is so cool. And I think there will be a sticker, right? For the sign. Yeah, absolutely. And that is stickers 49. What does it say? Time claw. So I think it's a reference back into there's a time travel theme. I kind of forgot the exact name, but you probably know what I'm talking about. So it's the exact same design of that logo. Um, that's why we've got like the space helmet. I think it's like, hey, they've got some retro stuff for you to win. This is so cool. Really loving it. And then we've got some sign here. Tulo. What Tulo means? Don't know what this means, but I think just kind of tell people watch out. Or is it 通路 way out or something like that? That sometimes it's hard to understand. It's written in English. Makes a bit more confusing, but it's a nice way to think. I think yeah, gotta get it around. Damn it. Now I fix it. And yeah, I think it's just more like, hey, kind of get up here and follow this way out. And the next one is actually the Ferris wheel, but I'm very happy with the clocking. Yep, 27 now. Just one more go. We're nearly there. If I stop here, then tomorrow will be, I think it will be sad for me. I will much more inclined to just finish this today. Yeah, so there's a fire extinguisher, and this is gonna be short as well because like the back is huge just because there's some really big pieces in here. And you can definitely finish this, and a bunch of other pins. I don't think it's useful. This area is just really, again, just like previous. The one in this is for you, the extra pin for you to connect other 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 buildings. And okay, there's a camera, is it? Oh no, it's not. No jumping. It's for safety. This tells you, hey, don't jump because you might die jumping off the Ferris wheel. Yeah, am I properly? I can't see. Oh, hopefully it didn't hit the edges. I don't think it did. So at least this is good. At least all the clear sticker is done, so I can just put it aside first. And then we've got thing holding the Ferris wheel up. Yep. I think the final part is to build the seats for the Ferris wheel. Oops, this one. I think once it's connected, then it's not going to fall off as easily as it now. And then we've got some lotus. So it's not new here. And then all the big pieces are done. Which way it's supposed to face? I'll face it this way. Up the pin here. So we've got 4 seats or 5 seats. We'll find out once we build the seats, and pretty much I think the next part is just to repeat and build all the number of seats there. So here's gonna be quick, and well, you have to be careful on how it aligns. And now I need to build 6 of this. Oh, okay. So the pin indeed you're gonna be using it rather than using to connect to other buildings. So okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I just realized that I have less conversation as of now because I guess going to highly focused building mode, and also my throat start to get a little bit dry naturally, and being less talkative, but also start getting a bit sleepy as well. But I think I'm doing okay in terms of speed. Is there's only one more back definitely I want to finish it. Tomorrow, although it's a work day, I do need to go do my ultrasound on my left leg. It's kind of hurt now. I don't know why. It really hurts. Let's hope nothing serious tomorrow, otherwise there will be a bit of problem. And we just need to attach this to the main build. Okay, it's supposed to be like this. You know, black and blue color sometimes is hard to see, but I think nothing going wrong here. And then need to clip it so those are facing this side. Just make sure that it's the right orientation. Be extra careful and need to what have the okay. What? Oh, is it this? Okay. It's hard to, so hard to press this in because they're not necessarily aligned. You have to get the angle right, and let's see if I got it right. Okay, I got it right, because if I didn't get it right, then you will not able to finish the remaining parts. And then we kind of switching back to this side, and then adding all this, well, 12 of them. Okay, but you know, we're nearly done with this back, so we are getting close to finish building, which is a good thing. As long as I don't make any further mistake, then we'll get there in no time. In no time. And then we just add the exterior decoration to it. Okay. Just need to make sure that I put in the right place, otherwise it's going to look weird and uneven when it's finished. So you need to hide all those different colors first. And what's next? And then we put the central axis in straight through, like this. Oops, something kind of pop out. And what's next though? Okay, what's next is to get through here. And at the back, just to lock it together. Okay, is it supposed to be like this? I think it's okay. There's a bit of friction, but I think that's intentional. And then we need to apply the am I supposed to add 2 of the golden wheel onto it? But it only shows 1 though. Yeah, missing this. Okay, I need to take this out and push this through as well. So just making sure it's right alignment, because if it's wrong, then it's not going to work. Okay, let's just put everything in the right places. think we're at the right places now. Now sounds smoother. I'll see if I need to supposed to push all the way down after building all the seats. And then got this stickers to apply it. Let's say a fiery sign. I think that's all the stickers. So all the stickers is complete. Okay, I'm not talking because I just want to focus on getting the sticker right. I think I did a fairly good job. Not perfect, but fairly good job. And it will apply. Just press on the top of this ray. So this is a bit hard. Yeah, but it's supposed to be like this. It keep hitting, so maybe I should just push all the way down. Doesn't seem to supposed to have that much friction there. Anyway, because otherwise it would damage things. We'll figure this out later on, but let's just finish building the seat. So we have to build 6 of them. It's not that much, but they leave the final part to the most repetitive thing to, to the final part of the build. So let's just get 6 of this out, and then we're done here. Anyway, still love the roast up restaurant. Well, eatery, not restaurant. It doesn't really have any seats, right? They can't really call it restaurant. You do able to eat outside. But how do you get up? So the elevator go here, like somehow that people will need to get up there. There's that sometimes these are there's really small things, but those are the things that bother me. Like I know it's a fantasy theme, so people able to fly or able to jump, but still make no sense. They should have some pathway to it, or the elevator actually go up to the top. Even though the elevator is working and really nice, but just the little things do matter sometimes. That whether it's a perfect 10 or it's a 8 out of 10 sets, right? These are the things that drive it. That's why the Flowerfoot Mountain and the Heavenly Realm rank, they're always gonna rank way higher than some other sets, just because those are really detailed, and although they still open back, not a fully 360-degree sets, but the details matter. And that's why building 6 of this is not that hard. I'm gonna finish this in no time, and yeah, just annoying to build 6 of this. At least it's just 6, right? Imagine it's a full-size Ferris wheel and you need to build like 24 of them. That's gonna be quite demoralizing. I do have the LEGO Ferris wheel. I bought day 1, but have yet opened it. It's kind of stacked underneath the backlog. So I think once I sort out storage and stuff, how I want to display the thing, maybe I should really prioritize by a few shelves. Then I could have build those and display it nicely. The thing with those big sets, right, just the shape and thing is not consistent. So it's not easy to plan out display space because they are tall, they're wide, they're big. And at the same time, those are the sets that once you build, you don't really want to pull it apart. Right? That's the downside of big sets. And what else we need to do with these seats? Okay, and we need to have the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still have water. The thing is, at least the last 2 bags I actually building it way faster compared to earlier one. I think I took too much time on it because there's just so much thing to talk about in this side of the build. Just make sure that I didn't build this in the wrong direction. Otherwise, it's so hard to pull apart. Okay, and then we'll stick here, go underneath this, go underneath this. I mean, the color scheme is good, but as you can see, there's no safety feature. Maybe that's why the elevator just open door, people can fly or jump up, just like they. Then why do they have a sign that say don't jump? It makes no sense. Anyway, if it's just a regular LEGO citizen, just don't go to this Ferris wheel. Like the chance of you going to fall over it's gonna be huge. And then we just need to get this pole locked in. I think that's pretty much it. And then it's just the final part is to have this attached to the Ferris wheel, and then we're done. We're done here. And finally, we finish building this, right? And hopefully I got the right place. But yeah, took a while, but I think we got there. Okay. Yep, we've got all 6 seats complete. The only thing is the Ferris wheel, maybe I got it too close, is it? Or maybe it should be the other way around. Because it seems like it's too close to it. Let me just see if it's indeed. Yeah. Anyway, let's just put this in. Oops. I think once this installed, I think it balances out the weight. But I think it's still heating the back of that. But if it's one stuck outside and it wouldn't complete the space though, so I'm not really sure like how it's supposed to be. Maybe it really should keep the side to create this noise, but I doubt. I think it's if it's all for side, then it's gonna less friction. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be like this. So now we're gonna put this Ferris wheel on top. Okay. Is it all secure? I think it's all secure, but I think we're pretty much done here. Just need to secure it, and then the parts that we built earlier. But it's funny you have stairs go up, but here it just remain as it is. Okay, the drone. Is this way? I think so. So just need to. Oops. Who did I? What happened? Okay. It's the the backpack. It's too much. And also the minifigure here. Let's just have the minifigure out first. And let's just combine the sets. Okay, so here we are. We have, I think it's just blocking my face completely. Let's see what's happening. So at the end, they don't have the instruction, but they do show you, hey, you can actually combine with the Lantern City and what's that? The Monkey Kid's hideout. So I might try it at some point, but I think there are quite a few modifications that needs to be done because, let's just see. We'll figure it out. We'll do some research because I think you need to remove this sign and use this track, and there's an extra track piece from the London City so that you get extended track for the monorail. But you know, you have various way to combine this together. That's why they don't give you the instruction. They kind of just hey, telling you can combine all this together. But here we are. We finished building the Megapolis City. It's big, but it's not like huge. Just because it looks big because the structure, the foundation for it to create this shape makes it look big. But individual shops are pretty small. But it's a pretty impressive looking set, and so far I'm happy with the result. Just hoping the Ferris wheel like works a little bit better. So you can see the click 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 sound is because it's actually hitting the edges of this. So if you play this a lot, right, it will probably damage the piece behind it. Maybe it's just me not connecting it properly. But yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that this is it, and it's also like heating some of the other side. And anyway, but that's it. We finished the build after 6 days. I'm happy that I finished it. So tomorrow we'll spend the night trying to film the in-depth view. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you again in the next view or the next time I spend time building Lego in the evening. And yeah, time to go to bed.